today.
Back to throw now on first down. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
22 yards there, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught at the 10. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going...
With career touchdown number 75. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Pierce. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! George Kittle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Houston, and even 60 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurt.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are... pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 58 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is...
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Another one caught by Collins.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's on Shaq Mason, the guard.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run. This is Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
That's underneath to Pierce.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
He'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now he's flushed out left.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They'll look to throw here. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get the guard out of Georgia. Attack Shaq Mason. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
He's going to keep this again.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain.
Would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have. Touchdown, Texans! George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Back to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And that last throw puts him over 5,000 yards passing now on the season already. Some rarefied air with numbers like that.
Well, don't keep the oxygen just for yourself. Pass some over to me, my friend, because given the fact he still has a number of games remaining on the schedule, that number's going to go sky high. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Takedown,
49 yards.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still...
The Texans' offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary
taking it right down Broadway. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Houston.
Takedown with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Texans get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in the...
Houston's offense all. Ready at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll look to throw here on first down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A short one going to be taken in here. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watch.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Right. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They're going to look to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw here. That's caught again by Schultz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside. Here in the fourth quarter. Pierce. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Another carry for Pierce.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's 2nd and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so... leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
53, check 53. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
up.